let's finish this to Chris Broussard.
And really that whole team, including J.R. Smith.
I'm with you. I'm definitely surprised. I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely surprised at what we saw last night. But I'm not surprised that they're going to be, and they were much improved because of the reasons that you stated. But what I look at is not just the guys that they added, but what they took away. They took away guys that had already felt like they had this sense of entitlement that had been.
Well, see, this is the narrative that's out there that the Cavaliers are much improved. I can't say they're much improved. We need more than one game to see if these guys are much improved. Remember, the previous group that they had together won 17 straight games. It wasn't until LeBron James was mad that Dan Gilbert was not going to trade the Brooklyn pick to get either Boogie Cousins or somebody like that to go alongside of him and Kevin Love. And he started moping, and his play started going down. Like I said, when the so-called leader is not happy, it filters down to everybody. Like when one apple is rotten at the top, it rottens everybody else. And everybody else just didn't have a good outlook because LeBron James, he didn't. LeBron James had checked out. Now he's quote unquote checked back in. And so we don't know if they're dramatically improved just yet. Just give these guys some time, give it some time to see what happens.
Superstars, if you will. Dwayne Wade, older veteran, very well proven in this league, but he had already won titles. He had been that guy before. So he didn't have that sense of urgency, if you will. Then you have a guy like Derrick Rose, who was gloomed with injuries, but he MVP caliber player, but he just never had that opportunity, or I shouldn't say opportunity, he's never had that season where he's gotten back to that stage. But his mentality has always still been, I'm still one of the best players in this league, when his play hasn't said that at all. And then Isaiah Thomas, a guy who I use drapes, started from the bottom, but now I'm here. Like that's Isaiah Thomas. He started from the bottom. He rose to the top in Boston. He was a superstar caliber guy. Got to the playoffs.
But Isaiah Thomas more than anybody needed to go. Isaiah Thomas, before he even stepped on the court, while he was still rehabbing and getting ready to play, he said he's gonna come back and average 30. I told my sister's husband right then and there that. Because he likes LeBron James, wherever LeBron James goes, he like. So he likes the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I told him, I said, when Isaiah Thomas made that statement that he's going to try to average 30, I knew already the chemistry was going to be blown out the water. Isaiah Thomas just needed to be traded. Isaiah Thomas needed a fresh start. Isaiah Thomas trying to get a decent contract, but we'll see if he even gets an average contract.
Last year, and really got exposed because of his height. Got injured, got traded. Now he's gotten traded again, and he's thinking in LA, I'm not trying to go back to the bottom. So I think it's a matter of who they remove, and then yes, bringing in the young, energetic guys, length, athletic ability, but they also will challenge the guys that remain on that roster. Larry Nance Jr. challenges now Tristan Thompson to awaken what we saw when they were at their best at the Cleveland Cavaliers. J.R. Smith being challenged now by Rodney Hood. Like that.
I'm in this group. I believe Rodney Hood should start over J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith for the last 3 months has been below average. If I was the Cleveland Cavaliers, I would start Rodney Hood and have J.R. Smith come off the bench. Rodney Hood gives them more versatile play. He can hit the mid-range shot. He can drive. He can hit the three. J.R. Smith is just looking just for the three. You know what I'm saying? He's not really slashing to the basket like he used to a couple years ago with Cleveland. He's just looking for the three. When the three is not falling, he's not giving you anything. He's not giving you defense either.
They have challenges, so within their practice of going back and forth, 5-on-5, scrimmaging, it's going to be competitive, and that's going to help them in the long run.
I hate to rain on you guys' parade, because here we go. Chris, you've been covering the NBA for a long time. Now stop it. The first game, you're telling me one game is going to tell you, so if they would have lost last night, that would have told you what, that it doesn't work?
See, I'm with Rod Parker, man. I said it yesterday. If they would have lost, people would have been like, "Oh, it's not working." Now that they won, what? Now they gonna win the Eastern Conference. Now that they won, now y'all saying that they this great group of guys or great group, a great team that they're gonna win the East. Just stop it, man. Let these guys play out and let's see what happens.
That it doesn't work. You cannot look at one meaningless game in February in the NBA. I don't care what game it is, and tell me all of a sudden it's going to work.
So it's not going to work?
No, I'm just saying nothing's changing. This is much to do about nothing. You can change the reason that team was in such a funk prior to these trades was because of LeBron James.
Thank you. LeBron James was the reason. I just stated that. LeBron James was the reason why the team was in a funk. He's the so-called leader, the best player on the team, the best player in the world. He was not happy. Therefore, it dribbled down to the team, and they weren't happy.
Who had the worst plus minus in the NBA, Greg Jennings, since Christmas. So those players played off of LeBron James, the vibe that he was giving them, and that's why they didn't play well. But now I'm supposed to believe that Rodney Hood, George Hill, Jordan Clarkson is going to make the difference, and now they're going to win something because they got how many championships did they come with?
How many championships and how many playoff games have they played? George Hill, probably what? Maybe 15, under 20, and Rodney Hood under 10.
0. I'm trying to tell you that the Cavs were going to go to the finals, but after last season, during this season, before the trades, after the trades, because I know that this league is about the best players always win, and you can't beat LeBron 4 out of 7. If it's a one-game series, I agree with you that there was a chance that the Cavaliers weren't going to make it out of the East. Who's in their way? Boston's not in their way. Toronto's not in their way. Washington's not in their way.
I agree. I don't trust Toronto or Washington. None of those teams have shown any mental fortitude in the playoffs.
Telling me they're not a better team. You're right. One game doesn't really matter, but this was an impressive start. And you would assume they're going to get better.
Had they lost,
this wasn't Orlando.
Had they lost yesterday, you mean to tell me that you would look at it and go, oh, wait a minute, I don't know if LeBron's going to make it out of the East?
No.
So nothing's changed.
No,
I felt like
plenty has changed. Just look at it. Look at the way they played defense. Look at the open shots.
But what was I just
Look at the energy.
Yeah, but I'm saying LeBron was the reason. It's not the other guys.
Why was he down?
No. You say LeBron was the reason.
Yes.
He was a part of that. Absolutely. I totally agree with you there. But for him to take full blame, no, it's not. It wasn't
follow the best players lead.
Thank you, Rob. Hey, and I know what Greg Jennings about to say. He about to say Ty Lue, but let's face it. LeBron James is the GM. He's the coach. He brought in Dwayne Wade. He recruited Derrick Rose when they was working out in LA. So come on, man. He the reason why Tristan Thompson got his big deal. He's the reason why J.R. Smith got his big deal. So no, it's not 100% on LeBron James, but it's like 75% on LeBron James.
Exactly right. But when he has to do everything every single night in, night out, put up the amount of minutes, he had no ability to go to the bench and recover and come back in with any energy that he's...
But Greg Jennings, that's the fruits of being the best player in the world. You know, with great responsibility, with great, people give you great adulation of being the greatest player in the world, you have great responsibility. So you have to do those things. There's no excuse. Nothing less than what Larry Bird had to do, Magic Johnson had to do, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. All them guys had to do all that stuff. So Reggie Miller, all them guys did all that stuff. So it's nothing new, Greg. There's no excuses. You're the best player in the world. You have to handle that stuff. You have to be mentally strong. And that's been LeBron's Achilles heel.
Started the game with, because he didn't have anybody to come in the game and give him a spark to work. Like Jordan Clarkson will do that now.
So when this group loses 4 or 5 games in a row, what will people say? Now what? Now what will be the reason?
No, I think
those guys came. They never had any played in championship caliber. I just say there's always an excuse for LeBron no matter what. He's the best player in the league, the best player on the planet. The reason that team was struggling is because he didn't play well.
But why wasn't he playing well?
You tell me.
He was looking at what was around him, and
he knew it wasn't going to.
Chris Broussard, he was looking at what was around him that he brought around him. He put all those players around him, Chris. You look, just state facts, man. Stop with all this crazy stuff. That man put all those players around him except for Isaiah Thomas. He didn't put Isaiah Thomas around him or Jay Crowder, but he put Derrick Rose around him. He put Dwayne Wade around him. He put J.R. Smith around him. He made sure J.R. Smith got his deal. He made sure Tristan Thompson got his deal. He wanted him to go out and get Kyle Korver. So he put all these guys around him, but yet he's not the problem. And remember, these guys won 15 games in a row.
He's at some fault for that. You're the best player. You can't let your spirits get down, and he did. But he had a team. Look, LeBron needs the floor spread. You saw last night that they had shooters. They spread the floor. He drew double and triple teams, kicked it out to them, they hit it. With Dwayne Wade and Isaiah Thomas and Derrick Rose, the floor wasn't spread. It was crowded for him, so it was a whole different vibe in there. And then the guys that could spread the floor couldn't guard.
I'm glad you brought up Isaiah Thomas. Everybody talking about game one. He looked great for the Lakers in game one. When people get traded, you know what they do? They try to show their other team that they made a mistake.
Just like what I said, when players get traded, they always have a spark because they're trying to prove to the new team that they can come in and help them, and they're trying to prove to their old team that they made a mistake. Just what Rob said. Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance, Rodney Hood, George Hill, all those guys trying to prove to their former teams that look at what y'all lost. So they all come in with a spark. Look, man, give it 10 to 15 to 20 games.
That's natural. It happens often where guys will play a really good game.
So you're saying this Cleveland team is no better than it was a week ago?
No, it's no better because it all still comes down to LeBron. Are they going to beat the Warriors with the 4 players that they have?
I want to watch.
No, I'm at.
Stop it, Chris. They are not going to beat the Warriors. They could not beat the Warriors with a healthy Kevin Love and Kyrie last year. Kyrie playing out his mind. Now you got Klay Thompson that doesn't have to guard a Kyrie. There's no Kyrie out there. There's nobody out there than LeBron James that can go out there and get you 40. Now you got Jordan Clarkson and Hill. Who's gonna guard Kevin Durant? What? Rodney Hood? No. None of them guys gonna be able to stop Kevin Durant. Now Klay Thompson, instead of having all his energy blown on defense, now he can be more of an offensive player. He can have better legs for the offensive end. Because remember, Klay Thompson didn't have a real good series last year. He had one good game, I believe, and that he had to guard Kyrie, so his legs were gone. He had to chase Kyrie around, but now he don't have to chase Kyrie around. No, I don't care if you got to see 40 games, Chris Broussard. They're not going to compete with Golden State. Now this team right here will get swept. None of those guys have that type of been under that type of pressure. Hill, Clarkson, Nance, Rodney Hood never been under that pressure. They will not win a game versus Golden State. I guarantee you that.
I want to, right now, I wouldn't say anybody's going to beat the Warriors, but I want to watch and see if they continue to improve, and then maybe I'll give...
Not only can they not beat the Warriors, they can't beat the Houston Rockets. They can't beat Oklahoma City Thunder. They won't even be able to be able to beat the Spurs. They will not be able to beat OKC Thunder. And I'm going to throw a dark horse in there. They will not be able to beat the Timberwolves.
From a shot. I'm not writing that off as a possibility. That's right.
So you're telling me...
Chris Broussard, once again, him and Stephen A., they always got to run with these wild, radical narratives, man. I guess they just, I don't know why they do it, but like I said, Cleveland Cavaliers with the new players, let's see what they do. Let's see the first 20 games, and let's see what the record is after that. I'm out. Peace.